Hi guys, welcome back to the Atlas Masterclass. I'm Chef Charlie Carrington and today I'm going to make some tomato sambal. So we've got here some galangal, some garlic, chili, red onion and lemongrass. And we're going to start by blending that a little bit. You might have to add a bit of water just to really get it going so we get it fine. And we will chop it up slightly before we start blending, it just makes it a lot easier. Then we're going to cook that out in the pan with some oil, adding in some tomato pulper and then cooking that down. And then we're going to have some brown sugar and some fish sauce to really season it and get it super delicious. So let's just start by chopping the ingredients. So the galangal is super hard, so you peel it down and then I'm going to just chop it up into some nice pieces. If you don't chop these items, especially the firmer ones like galangal, they can almost get caught in the blender sometimes. So it's important to just take that extra few minutes and it will save you a lot of sort of mucking around when you're having to scrape the side of the blender down. Something like a chili you can be a lot more rough with. And just if you're cooking for a family or young kids or something, you might want to remove those seeds. Onion, just slice that up. Once again, it will just help with the blending process. And last but not least, our lemongrass. So just using a nice white centerpiece of the lemongrass. And then, you know, it's always good. I hit it with the back of the knife first, just to sort of break it down. It is super fibrous, and then I chop across the top. And that there is our ingredients prepared. So using our blender, being safe, putting the lid on top, just wanting to pulse it like so. And then I'm going to add a little splash of water. Now, so you can see it's starting to come together. Obviously, the more of this that you make, the easier it is because you will sort of get that vortex motion and start blending. But I will be able to get this happening. Then I safely take that off, heat my pan up. So I've got it over a sort of medium heat, good splash of oil, and just making sure you really coat the whole pan like so. And then, of course, just sort of scraping that down. And then inside, there we are, it just already smells incredible. And you see that, so keep your eyes away from it, it will make you cry, it's quite intense. And I'm just going to leave that on to sort of start cooking out. Once a lot of that liquid stopped bubbling away and it stopped boiling, then it will start to fry. And then once it's fried, that's when I'll start adding in the tomato pulper as well as some of our brown sugar and fish sauce. So now our paste has really started to fry. So you'll see it will thicken up, really come together, and the oil will start to split out of it. And that's when you know you're starting to be at the right stage. So I'm really doing this over a sort of medium heat. So I'm not going to, you know, it's very easy to burn something like this. So just take your time, fry it off. That smell that, you know, we had before, that definitely mellows a little bit. And now, looking really, really good. So just smells like Indonesia. And now we've got our tomato pulper going in. So really nice, rich Italian tomato pulper. Stirring that through. And now it's just cooking that, letting it all sort of come together. You're not obviously going to cook it for as long, so just really warming it all up. And then we're going to start to adjust it for seasoning. And then check the flavour, make sure the colour's right, and then that will just be absolutely beautiful, you know, served almost on anything. So, you know, I can imagine this with a, you know, beautiful chicken or a piece of pork or even some fish, you know, this sort of sweetness, you know, have the beautiful saltiness of the fish sauce. You know, you could use a vegetarian fish sauce if you are vegetarian, or something that's, you know, made from soy, like a light soy. And then you're just going to have all that beautiful lemongrass, galangal flavour that's just so prominent throughout Southeast Asian cooking. So now I'm going to add in some brown sugar. just to taste, and then also some fish sauce. So about 20 mils of fish sauce, 25 mils give or take for this. That will just enrich in the colour. And then it's time. So obviously you're not making a dessert, so you don't want it to be too sweet, but you do want to have that nice balance. It's really nice, maybe just a tiny bit more. The fish sauce is punchy, the spices are punchy, that chili in there is really delicious. And now I'm just going to reduce that down by maybe, I don't know, 1/5. So give it another 2 minutes on the stove, and then it should thicken up slightly and we'll be ready to enjoy.